Good evening. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. Good evening. Hey there. Good evening.
Hi, everybody.
Hey there.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone.
Good evening.
Hello, beautiful people.
Can everyone see me? What's going on?
Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening. Hello, everyone. Blessings to all.
Are we so ready to get rich?
Hello, everyone.
Hi, everyone. What's going on?
Hi, everyone.
Y'all mute yourselves. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. How's everyone doing? Y'all, I got some of the greatest information for y'all tonight. Come on in. Hello tonight. Welcome. Give yourself a round of applause for wanting to become wealthy, because the wealth of the wicked is stored up for us. I got a lot of good stuff for y'all tonight. So what happened was we ended up overloaded. Y'all, the first day that we advertised this, y'all, before my prayer call was even over, 500 spots were gone. And so we kept adding until we couldn't add any more. And so now I've got Facebook going, my YouTube channel going, and we are about to get into it. So y'all get your notebooks out. Get your notebooks out. This is a season where we're growing. We're growing. Y'all listen, everybody's asking me about Mimi. So y'all, while I was on prayer call this morning, my brother was texting me, and I was like, should I get offended that my brother isn't watching? Hey, y'all, it was because my mother had fallen. And so the concierge saw her fall outside with Kingston and ran outside and helped her get back into her house. She wobbled up to her condo, and my brother had a meeting at his church, at his job. And so I ended up taking her to the ER. And so now sweet Valerie is staying with Mimi. She just fractured it. So she's gonna be fine, but she needs to slow down. I said, Mimi, you are 77 years old. She acts like she is 20. And she says, I just don't think of my age, Kim. I said, baby, you got to watch yourself. So Mimi's doing good. Y'all just keep her in your prayers, because she is a social butterfly. So it's killing her that she is not going to be able to work out for a while. It's killing her. So I was ready to say, I'm not going to preach on that cruise. I'm going to stay with Mimi. But that sweet Valerie has camped, has got her clothes, and she's camping out with Mimi for the 5 days that I'll be gone. So I am so excited y'all are here. Y'all, I'm gonna tell you something. Let me pray first. Father, we just thank you for tonight. We thank you that you have given us the ability, every single one of us, the ability to not live paycheck to paycheck, for our money to not be funny, for us not to feel like because we dropped out of school in 8th grade, we can't do it, or because we were in special ed, we can't write books, or because of the lies of the enemy, because our family never broke generational curses. That tonight, Father, we thank you that you are enlarging our territory. That's what I hear the Lord saying, man. God is enlarging your territory. So at the top of your pages, because all of you should have your notepad out. And really, in reality, y'all know we started our, I made y'all all go get these journals, right? For the whole summer. We started in May. And we're just going to keep it going through the end of the year, because we're standing on the scripture of Habakkuk 2, which says, write the vision, make it plain. And so I will even give y'all permission to write it in this journal, because this goes along with all the other stuff that we are doing in this next 6 months. I believe I have a heart. I have a heart to see people succeed. And so when we decided to do this free Zoom tonight, and Facebook and YouTube, welcome. We got like 200 over here on YouTube. We got 222 on Facebook, and we've got 195 in our Zoom. And I'm waiting for the other 300 to get on, because if y'all signed up and didn't come on, God's gonna get you. I'm teaching y'all, let your yes be yes and your no be no. Somebody signed up, they're over there watching their favorite Netflix series right now. I pray their TV scrambles. I pray it. So we're on Facebook as well. We ran out of spots in the Zoom quickly, and this is the only reason I hate to do free stuff, because y'all literally do not, people don't take it seriously. So I'm gonna start tonight at the top of your pages. I want you to, if you didn't get a link for Zoom, that's okay. You're watching us right here. We ended up, Facebook has changed so much that it's hard to get Zoom to literally share over onto the Facebook page. So I just went live on our Kingdom Millionaire page, and I decided to go ahead and do YouTube and my YouTube channel, and also the Zoom. So we got 3 platforms streaming right now, but we're going to get into it. Y'all got some great stuff. So I want to tell you first, I want to welcome every single one of you in here. Every one of you belong here. So I want you to go ahead and understand that, all right? Every single one of you belong in here. Now the enemy will tell you, why am I in here? I don't have a business. I'm over here working at robbing Peter to pay Paul, and Peter's broke now, so I can't even do that. And the enemy will start telling you you're too far behind, you're too in debt, right? And that's a lie from the pit of hell. I believed those things. Like, yo, I literally believed, because my father was a pastor, and we hardly ever had any money, and he was always helping other people. And Mimi would always say to my dad, baby, what's gonna happen for our retirement? And my dad would always say, baby, as long as we take care of God's kids, he will take care of us. And he lived his whole life with an insurance policy, and would talk about that insurance policy all the time, because once he hit 75, that insurance policy that he had paid on for 40 years for Mimi to be set when he left was going to expire. And I believe that life and death are in the power of your words, and I believe that what you focus on all the time, you get. And unfortunately, my father passed away too early. I remember him laying on the in the morgue and the funeral home. And when we went to look at him, I was just like, man, my dad looks like he's just asleep. He's gone way too long. And I have taken it upon myself as a voice for God. I don't take it lightly that God trusts me with thousands and thousands of people on my prayer calls, and on everything that I do in my RTK Inner Circle. We've got a tribe of people in the RTK Inner Circle that show up every other Monday night for me to pour into them. And then this year, God released me to really start talking about money, the marketplace. I began to put myself in rooms with billionaires. I would sit in Zooms like this, pay lots of money to gain wisdom, because I wanted to break the back of poverty off of my family. I did not want to have to worry about dying before 75, so that my family, my boys, could be taken care of, that my mother could be taken care of. And so that is why we're doing this. This is why all of a sudden I began to really talk money and wealth. I hear this quite a bit from some of you. I don't want to, what if we don't want to be a millionaire? The only reason you would not want to be a millionaire is because you've never seen $1 million. The only reason you would not want to be a millionaire is because you're afraid of what you're going to do with that money. You're afraid of the IRS. You're afraid of tax people. You have been instilled with a broke mentality, probably from your family. I did. I was that girl that when God really began to open the windows of heaven over my life and money just started coming, like I just sleep and money comes. I began to get afraid as I watched my checking account just grow. And I was like, what am I gonna do? Like, I don't know what to do with this. I'm afraid. I don't know what to do with this. And I began to fast and pray and tell God to break that poverty mentality off of me. I began to pray, God, let me break that poverty mentality off of me so that I can break the back of living paycheck to paycheck and bouncing credit cards, paying something on a credit card this month with no interest so that I could go pay my mortgage over here. I didn't want to live that way. And so I began to fast and pray and ask for wisdom and understanding. And so that's what I want you to begin to pray in the next few months, because it's going to happen. It's going to happen. You know, I heard something from I Am Kelly. I heard one of the pastors at Dominion Camp meeting, Pastor Ron Carpenter, say you put yourself under people that have oil on them. And when the oil, if they don't have any oil, then the oil can't dump off on you. And I preach this at Limitless all the time. It's the law of proximity. So if you're the smartest one in your group, you are definitely in the wrong group. If y'all are all always having to IOU each other money, you know what I'm saying? You're in the wrong group. You don't want to be just over here feeling like you can't go eat because you can't pay. You know, you can't afford it. And so, let me get, do I have a moderator on my, let me see. Yes, Melissa's on there. Melissa, you are bad to the bone, girl. So tonight, I'm going to start with this. Unlocking your six-figure income. And I'm going to tell y'all something else. Religious people, a lot of religious people will come at you sideways, like they just did. The person we just blocked was saying, this is ludicrous. They will literally tell you that you can't, this isn't God, right? Most people that are telling you that you can't make money is not of God. They're not telling you biblically they're not telling you biblically what the truth is. And so you have to begin to pray for wisdom and understanding, and for God to open your eyes so that you can see and you're in the right place at the right time. Whenever I began to look for my house, you know, I told you this story, and I looked for my house, and I wanted a certain house. When I sold my house, I told God this, and I believe in praying specifics. I began to say, God, if it is your will for me to sell my house in Fayetteville, it was the first time I'd ever lived alone for 5 years, and in my whole entire life, the last 5 years. And I began to pray, God, if it's your will for me to sell my house, then you let it sell in 24 hours. And my house had 17 people bidding on it within 24 hours. And my house sold way over value, and I was able to pocket $275,000, which I then was able to invest in properties. Now, y'all got to remember something. I was the one in special ed in my family. I was the one that literally left class every day throughout my whole entire life of schooling to go to a special ed class. So I carried the label of special ed. So in my heart, I never thought that I could ever accomplish what I am accomplishing today. And so what I did was I began to put myself in rooms like this with people that were teaching me wisdom and understanding. And I'm not doing it the way other people are doing it. I'm not in MLM. I don't take a salary from my church. I am taking the wisdom that God has given me, and I am teaching, and people are literally seeing their lives changed. And so that's what I want every single one of you that are on here with me, every person that is in my micro mentorship, every person in my inner circle, every person in my masterminds. I want you to be doing what I am doing right now. There's no better teacher than someone that literally had no money and began to allow themselves to jump into uncharted territories and not be afraid of failure, right? Not be afraid of failure. And so tonight, we're going to get into it. I can remember whenever I ended up selling my house and I came downtown, and I remember driving through downtown and I said, I want that up there. And I picked the tallest building with the best view of Atlanta. And I said, I want to live up there. And the person that was with me said, you can't live up there. You can't afford that. And I drove them home. And I said, I refuse in this season to allow people in my life that allow their limitations to be on me. So write that down. In this season, I will not allow other people's elimination. I mean, their dream, their level, their peak to fall off on me. All right. And so I refuse to allow other people's limitations to be my limitations. All right. I refuse to allow other people's limitations to be my limitations. Why? Because there's only one you and only one you with this fingerprint. And you have to do what God has called you to do. All right? So I want to talk to you first about six figures. This is one thing that changed my life. How many of you in here, whenever I say six figures, you literally feel like it's foreign language? Like it's some, I remember y'all, whenever I was thinking about, $1 million. I used to think about $1 million. I even thought, man, if I make $300,000, I'm going to be able to live this way forever. I'll be able to live on this for the rest of my life. And then all of a sudden I hit $300,000. I was like, wow, like I can live. And then I got a little scared because then I started getting afraid. Started getting afraid of success because I knew that in the church world, a lot of people don't have a lot of wealth because they literally feel like there's no one in their circle that is doing it. And so all of a sudden I began to allow myself to grow in my mind. So I want you to write $100,000 on your page, on your piece of paper, put $100,000. The reason we're writing it is because you're going to go back and look at it whenever you're struggling. Yo, I started doing this when I was making $13 an hour 11 years ago at Bloomingdale's. I would go to work every morning and be like, I hate this job. And I remember the Lord said, well, if you hate this job, you need to get your character under control, right? You need to get your character. You need to get your spirit under control. You need to get you need to get yourself at a peak where you can allow, I can trust you with $100,000 or $200,000 or $300,000. So write $100,000 on your page. And then this is what I did. I went and broke down how much do I need to make per month to bring in $100,000. I am believing for $750,000. I can't even think of $1 million. You're going to. If you keep hanging around with me, you're going to, because it's going to trickle down. So in order to make $100,000 a year, it only takes $8,333 a month. $8,333 a month. That is $2,083 per week. That's only $297 a day extra. Now, for some of y'all are like, girl, bye. Like I make that in 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Now, look, we're doing baby steps. However, we got a dream, right? We got to have a vision in front of us to know where we're going. And so it's only $297 per day. So we're talking right now about a mindset shift that has to take place inside of yourself. And so when you can break this down and realize, oh my gosh, it's only $297 a day. Now, some of y'all, that's like foreign language, but it's really not, right? So why a firefighter? I don't know. So the reason why we got all these people on my, YouTube all of a sudden, all of these crazy people coming on, is because I have it vertical. And when you have it vertical, it puts that out on the explore page. All right, so that's how come it is. Sorry, Melissa, we may need 2 or 3 moderators in here. All of you people in here, Hayden, you need to listen to me because you obviously all need a job. You need a job because you're very bored. So here's 3 secrets, right? 3 secrets. And some people are fine working at the railroad for the rest of their lives. That's good. Some people are fine. You know what I'm saying? It's fine if you want to stay where you are, but I really don't believe you do because you wouldn't be on here on a Thursday night with me. You know what I'm saying? So 3 secrets that will unlock your 6-figure potential. Y'all ready for this? Y'all ready for this? Secret number 1 is revolutionary low-cost marketing tactics. Low-cost marketing tactics. This is how I did it, y'all. This is how I did it. So basically what I'm about to teach you quickly is how to maximize your marketing efforts with minimal financial input. All right? You ready for this? How are we going to do this, Kim? How do we do this? We're going to offer small incentives for new customer referrals. I'm going to break all this stuff down for you guys, especially in the micro mentorship. Whether you offer free shipping, a store discount, or a cash reward, it'll build brand awareness and help you reach new customers. So in my RTK style store, we have where I even do it in my RTK inner circle. I'll have a month where I give $5 off, right? For my inner circle. What it's doing is getting people that are on a budget, right? It's giving them an opportunity to be able to take part. So I want you to think about if you're starting your t-shirt company, if you're starting, I was working at Bloomingdale's starting my company that I'm talking about right now. So when I was at Bloomingdale's, I started my t-shirt company out of my bedroom at my mother's house, right? And I would literally go to work and hey, marketing was not my strong suit either. But when you want to do something out of your comfort zone, you figure it out. You figure out how to do it. When you really get sick of living paycheck to paycheck, you start taking it seriously. Okay? So incentives, business service incentives is whenever you do a t-shirt and say, we're going to have a t-shirt of the month. So you allow someone to come in to RTK Style, which is my store, and I'll say you can become a business. You can come in here and every month you can get a t-shirt. Like if you join this by subscribing to because we're trying to capture emails. So if you're coming to get, if you're coming over here, you sign up for subscribe. And when you subscribe, every month you're going to get a t-shirt for $10. That's your incentive. You're getting people that way by giving them incentives. So another way is introduction to cost-effective digital marketing strategies that yield high returns. Basically, that's leveraging social media. So if you are coming out with, say, say you're launching let's say you're launching a cleaning product that you have gotten patent, and then all of a sudden you have no social media, you're not using your social media at all. Like whenever I started my masterminds, I could not believe the people that were boss people that were not maximizing their social media. So you got to start maximizing your social media. Y'all got to realize, you're like, I don't want to do this. You've got to. This is free advertisement. And then you got to realize that there's an algorithm on all of our social media pages and whatever platform you're on, they are choosing who is in your news feeds. That's why every 3 months you see somebody new in your news feeds that you don't know who they are. It's because every 3 months the algorithm shifts and they put people they want in your news feeds. So you've got to make sure that at least once a day you are putting your business out there. You're putting your book out there. You're putting your podcast out there. Well, I don't want to oversaturate. I don't want people to think that I'm overwhelming them. They aren't. They're not. They're not thinking you're overwhelming them. But if you don't believe in you, you don't believe in your cookies, you don't believe in your detail company, you don't believe in your t-shirt company, right? But how do you get the following though? Especially if one isn't social media savvy. I'm going to get there. Stay tuned. So how do we maximize it? You start getting customer testimonials. Like whenever you sell a t-shirt and they put it out on their social medias, you say tag RTK style. Hashtag. So when you are getting your protein balls into someone's hands, or you are selling your herbal juices, in the packaging that you send to them, you need to, on the card that you put in their packaging, you need to put in there, please take a picture of yourself with this product and hashtag your business. They will do it. And then also ask them for reviews. Can you do reviews? These people, y'all, they love to have their picture all over social media. People love it. They love it. So then ask for customer testimonials. You've got to get community involvement. And how do you do that? Turn your personality on. Well, I don't have a personality, Kim. Girl, fake it till you make it. Turn it on. Do y'all know how many times I drive to my church and I'm literally in that car with Ty Tribute and I'm dancing all over the place because I just took a red eye and I'm so tired. But I know that if I don't get in there with spirit, then everybody's going to be looking at me like they are ready to cut their wrist. Because me and you as a business person or as an author or a podcast person or whatever your business is, and some of y'all don't even know what your business is, but we're going to help you find your business, right? You will begin to see they buy into your authenticity. So get the community involvement. Don't be afraid to ask people for reviews or for testimonials. Get community involvement. Y'all, I am great at this because I actually really like all of y'all. Like, liking you is not a chore to me. Getting on every morning at 8 a.m. is my favorite thing to do. Ty Tribute. I said Ty Tribute. We're going to give him a tribute. But y'all, and I'm going to tell you something. I used to literally have to pray and ask God all the time. I'm like, God, help me love people like you love people. Because I had a hard time with people. And now loving y'all is my favorite hobby on the planet. And God did that, you know? And so also another thing you can do is get influencer involvement. So if you've got a t-shirt company, you can tell people, if you become an influencer for me and you begin to do your own reels with my product, I will send you t-shirts to model and you can make the reels. So if you ain't got no money to pay influencers, you can do it by sending them a free t-shirt and then saying, now you got to make a reel with this free t-shirt, right? And all of a sudden you got all these models out there. There's so many ways that you can do it. And so then the most important thing that I've ever done, like on every single one of my platforms, I have people moderating, and most of the time I've never even met them. But I've met them in the spirit. They are a part of my life. We do life together. And they literally are on Limitless Church while I'm preaching. We've got the best moderators on the planet. on my prayer calls. We've got the greatest moderators on the planet. And these people are serving and helping make heaven more crowded on these prayer calls. And I have not met hardly any of them. But I have met them through a screen. And it's almost like we're better family than my own family, my extended family. And it is allowing yourself to trust people, right? Allowing yourself to trust people. So you've got to get social media engagement. I want y'all to start really praying for God to help you get wisdom and understanding in this as well. So the takeaway for this number one, for the secret number one, which was low cost effective marketing, you ain't got to pay for an ad to do what I just told you, is marketing doesn't have to drain your budget. It's about being smarter, not bigger spending. So a lot of times we don't do what we need to do because we are afraid of, we ain't got the money, so we sit on the deal. We sit on the idea, and you can't do that. So here's the secret number two. Y'all ready for this? Secret number two is mastering the art of the sale. Mastering the art of the sale. Mastering the art. Hey, Angelo, can you go in the room? They're all hearing you snore. My husband is over here snoring. Did y'all hear him? He is out like a light. I was like, this boy is tired. Then everybody on YouTube was like, who's snoring? That's my gorgeous husband. Yes, he was sawing some logs. I mean, he wasn't even comfortable on the couch either. All of a sudden, everybody's like, who's that snoring?
They look like this and snoring.
So here, baby, it was loud too. So here's number two, secret number two.
That's my phone.
Secret number two is mastering the art of the sale. Mastering the art. I know Facebook didn't hear him, but you could really hear him on YouTube. Oh, look, and Antoinette heard him too. I was like, what is that noise? It was my baby. Mastering the art of the sale. Y'all ready for this? I'm gonna help you tonight, and we're gonna do it quick. So mastering the art of the sale is to improve selling skills without being over salesy. Right? Stop. You know those people that are always like, every time you see their phone, right? I thought it was me. You thought it was me breathing hard. No, baby, I am not breathing hard. That was my sweet man. So it is not getting on people's nerves, but being so contagious that people just want to be around you. People just want what you've got, right? So the psychology behind successful selling your t-shirts, your baking goods, your protein bars, your juices, your event planning, right? Yo, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Do you know why we have no waitresses or service people at these restaurants anymore? Did y'all realize after the pandemic, what happened to what happened to all these people? There are so many ways to make money that people are having their own businesses now. Exactly what I'm teaching you guys tonight is that there is something locked up inside of you where you are not dying working 4 and 5 jobs. I clean houses and pet sit. See, y'all, there's ways you can do it. So we got to explain right now. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to explain this, the behind successful selling, how to apply it in any business. You ready for this? Write this down. Create a meaningful human connection. People can tell when you are phony baloney. They can tell when you are using them. They can tell when you are an opportunist. You cannot fake you cannot fake love, and you cannot fake authenticity. And so a lot of you, when you get off of here tonight, you need to begin to pray, God, give me wisdom, understanding. Give me wisdom and understanding how to do what you've called me to do. Here's what I'm going to tell y'all. If you've got a desire on the inside of you to not live this way for the rest of your life, struggling, then there is something in you that God wants you to do. That passion that is on the inside of you. God put it there. God put that desire there. And it's time that you stop sitting on it and make money from it so that you leave money for your children, for your lineage, for your legacy. Did y'all know that when Prince died, nobody was in his trust? It was like this man had billions of dollars, and all of a sudden it is the government's. It's just out in the open because he wasn't set up and prepared for what I'm teaching y'all tonight. He was so isolated. You can become so amazing in your craft. You can become a multi-millionaire and still stay very relevant and very connected to the world. And here's how you do it. You have to create meaningful human connections. This goes in ministry. I tell people this all the time. The reason your church ain't growing is because you're mean. The reason your business isn't growing is because you're mean. Because people will only put up with nasty attitudes for so long, and then they realize, I don't want what you've got. I don't want it. Why would you ever listen to anybody that has a life you wouldn't want? Right? And it's not just their money. It is, I know billionaires, y'all, that are so miserable because they have no human connections. They have no trust. They don't trust nobody. They've got broken in their life and now they don't trust anybody. Right? And so you got to create a meaningful human connection. So here's how you do it. Are you ready for this? How do you do that, Kim? Show them that their competitors and peers have the solution. You got to show them that I have a solution for you. How do you do this? By your fruit. You carry yourself like you want to be respected. You can get a title, you can go to school, you can get every title under the sun, but you cannot demand respect and honor. My brother told me something. He said, Kimberly, it's awesome to preach in one church, one time. He said, but the real gift is when you can go back over and over again. And do you know to this day, most of the engagements that I take now are all repeat every year they have me back. Why? Because I've built a connection. I've built relationships. How do you do this? Answer your emails. I know, I used to be the type of person that when I would feel overwhelmed and my businesses started taking off really fast, I would shut down. I would literally shut down. And I can't shut down if I'm going to break the back of poverty off my family. And so I would push myself. And if I couldn't figure it out, did you know that I have several IT tech friends that are making 6 figures at home? And they are, I said, how did you get a job like that? Like, did you go to college? And she was like, no. One of them particularly said, no, I didn't go to college. And I said, well, how did you get a 6-figure job sitting at home as an IT tech for this major company? And she said, I learned how to Google. I said, what? She said, you've got to be resourceful. You've got to understand that there is YouTube University out there that teaches you everything. And then there's also Google. IT techs use Google to solve all your problems. But because we put a limitation on us because of society, right? Y'all, we've got Canva. You can make beautiful flyers there. You can figure it out. In my masterminds, I have women. I have one of my boss chicks that literally built her own website off of Wix because she learned how to do it. Somebody quoted her $4,500 to do her website. She went and learned how through YouTube University, and she did her own website at 67 years old. And it's beautiful. So it's when you stop complaining and you put action instead of complaints, you will see a difference. I didn't know how to make t-shirts. I didn't know how to start a company. I didn't know how to do all that. But I went to YouTube University. I sat in rooms like this where people gave me input and I took it and I did it. And now look at where I'm at 11 years later. Then you've got to prove in your company that you have expertise in this field that you're trying to sell. So I'm trying to sell you. I'm trying to get you to hire me as a life coach. And here's why you want to hire me as a life coach. I am not going to hire one of you as a life coach if I go to your social media page and it is full of emotion. It is full of one day you're in and one day you're out. I need somebody that their actions show me that they can give me some input that's going to change my life. Then you got to change your approach to pitching to your prospects. Like, y'all, you got to learn how to read the room. You got to keep your eyes on your back end, and you got to see when do my posts do the best. You got go to your insights on your social media pages. When do you have the most action, right? And you start posting at that time. You realize what t-shirts of mine are selling the most. That's what I'm going to push the most. I'm going to wear it on my prayer calls. Right? You got to be your brand. Be your brand. And then another tool is to give them something first. Yo, when I was out here looking for people to do reels for me, and because that's popular, and you got to stay relevant. And I remember I hired a kid $4,000 a month for one reel a week and 3 slides. Come to find out, that boy did not even own a camera. So what did I do? I sat my son down and I said, Lincoln, I need you to figure out how to do X, Y, Z. And I'm gonna bring you on staff. So some of you need to get your children, your kids, your grandkids, and you need to say, I will pay you $75 a month. That's a lot for a 14-year-old. And I would say, I'm bringing you on staff. And I'm going to let you do this for me. And then your kids are going to take it serious because it's personal to them. Right? And so what are you going to, as we're sitting here tonight in all your businesses, and some of you want to start a business, you don't even know what you want to start yet, but we're going to help you. Lincoln's killing it. What do I give people? Because I always give stuff first. I fired that kid so fast. I felt like the biggest stool on the planet. I'm just saying, $75 for a 14-year-old. Trust me, your 14-year-old knows how to do reels, especially if they're on TikTok. And you would probably be shocked at how good their reels are. They would take your $75. I'm just saying, you can start right here by using your own family that's eating your dinner every night. You understand what I'm saying? Or go in, I'm telling you. Then, so you're going to give them something, whether that is, you're going to send them some tips like I'm sending you as a free. You sign up. Remember when I did Snatch with RTK? Well, Snatch with RTK, I'm giving input every day. I'm giving at 8 o'clock every morning. I give away. In fact, my team fusses at me all the time. Why do you keep giving so much away? Why are you're making it so hard? I'm like, because I've got so much information from where that came from. I don't want to just give to people that can't that can afford me. I want to help people that can't afford me so that they can eventually, and we go to a whole nother level. Okay? So then you've got the next secret. I gotta go. I'm talking too much. The next takeaway, the takeaway of that was sales is an art that when mastered can dramatically increase your business. Here's strategy number 3. Y'all ready for this? Secret number 3. Strategy, sustaining and scaling your growth. Which means you've got to start interacting with your people. Some of y'all need to stop. That's right, Christy. She said, I stopped giving away my jewelry and started selling it. But here's what I did, y'all. When I started my ministry, for the first 3 years, I did everything for free, just about. I did. I mean, I would go to hotels and roaches would be in the hotel room. I mean, these people were putting me on 10 planes to get to their event in Tennessee. So they could only pay $30 for my flight. And finally, after 3 years, I was like, man, this is my spiritual daddy. Rod Parsley was like, Kim, you can't keep doing this. People are going to take advantage of you. They're going to use you up. Number 3 is strategies for sustaining and scaling your business, your growth. And I began to implement a rider. And now I got a rider. And if you can't do my rider, I'm not going. I pastor a whole church. I've got a husband. I've got kids. I've got a Mimi to take care of. I've got a staff to feed. So on here, the strategies for sustaining and scaling your growth, y'all, you have got to begin to believe in yourself. Because if you don't believe in yourself, nobody else is going to believe in you. And they will take and take and take. But the key is you got to know how to read the room. So you can't let these people think you're like that kid that's charged me $4,000, right? Charged me $4,000 for what? Now he don't even have a job. He's sitting in his house. When all that kid could have done was said, man, real talk, Kim, you've got a huge following. So I'm going to come on here and I'm going to give you a really good deal and just to get my name out there. Y'all listen to me. If I would do Fab, Fit, and Fun, you know how all these influencers are on social media? I could make $1,800 for one slide on my Instagram. One slide for Fab, Fit, and Fun. That box. But I won't do it. I'm not selling out like that. I would rather do what I'm doing right here, helping people get wealthy, than selling out like that. What am I saying? Some of y'all are gonna be able to do that because you're not in ministry, you're in business. I'm a pastor, so I got to draw a line. You know what I'm saying? They'll be like, why are you putting makeup on your? Because y'all, I get hit every day. Will you do this? Will you do that? You know what I'm saying? I do have ads on my podcast, but just because it went syndicated, I don't have a choice, right? And so strategies for sustaining and scaling business. Listen, how can I grow my business? It's important to understand this. The importance of scalability in business process. Scalability in a business ability to grow and to meet increased demands without incurring a significant additional cost. And it can be a strategic imperative. It can be a strategic imperative that influences every aspect of a business operations. So you've got to highlight the benefits of your company versus their company. People will keep coming back to you if they know you really care. Number 1 was low-cost marketing tactics. Number 2 was mastering the art of the sale. And number 3 was sustaining and scaling your business. Y'all, when I began, part of this right here, scaling, a strategy of sustaining and scaling your growth, is some of y'all got people working for you and they don't have a clue what they're doing. And as I began to grow, I had to make sure my staff was growing with me. And sometimes all your staff can't go with you. Sometimes their ceiling is your floor. And so I'm hoping as you guys are stepping out into your businesses, into the world of marketplace, that you are praying every day for God to give you the wisdom and understanding and send the right people in your life to help you build. And then you know what hinges on that? Your likability. When God sends people in your life, you got to treat your people right. You got to treat your staff right. You got to let them know you love them. My staff knows I work harder than all of them. I don't expect anything from them that I wouldn't do myself. So as God is beginning to bless you and your companies in the next 6 months, some of y'all are starting your businesses. Some of y'all can't keep an employee for nothing because they don't feel like you care for them. I have someone right now that owns a company and they make probably $3,000 a day and they're paying their employees $250 a week. And you know what they do? They sit behind that lady's back. They love her because she's likable, but they know she's not taking care of them. God will only bless you as far as your character. This is why I've been hitting on character this whole week. Your character matters. And so a lot of times the reason God isn't exploding your business is because your character ain't right. Are you going to pay your taxes? Are you going to get you a CPA? Or are you just going to try to make it today? Just today. I just got to pay the bills today. I don't want any of you to be so desperate that you sell out. That you don't allow yourself to scale. Like y'all, when my books come out with HarperCollins, we started having PR calls 6 months ago. I turned in my manuscript in October. My book doesn't come out until August. Things take time. And if anything, I want you guys to do things in excellence, especially if you're connected to me. I want God to bless you. God blesses you when he can trust you. But baby, I'm going to tell you something. It's not what all these billionaires can do for you. It's not how you treat these billionaires. It's how do you treat the waitresses? How do you treat the people that are cleaning your house? How are you treating the people that are under you per se? And when you begin to get your heart in order, because out of the heart, the Bible says in Isaiah, he says to guard your heart because out of it flows the issues of life. Y'all, when I took my church over, my church was messy. It was messy. And I remember I went before the Lord and I said, God, I don't even know how to pastor. My daddy just died. I just walked through a divorce. It was just messy. And I said, I need to know how to have a church that looks like you. And I fasted and I prayed. And the Bible says that some things only come through fasting and prayer. And some of you in the next few weeks need to fast and pray. Worrying ain't gonna do it. Desperation ain't gonna do it. You can get in all my courses, but if your heart ain't right, your business is never gonna take off. I don't care. Y'all, have you ever heard those people that sing and they open their mouth and they sing like angels, but people can't stand to be in their presence? because they're mean. And the greatest gift that God did for me was he got my heart right. And let me just tell y'all something. If you walk into a company or a restaurant and everybody's horrible, their boss is horrible. You walk into a church and the whole church is messy, the pastor and leadership are messy. And so the greatest gift that I can give you guys tonight, beyond all that I'm giving you, is that you have to work on you so that you can sustain a business that you can pass down to your children. The greatest gift that I ever got was not becoming like those pastors or those business owners that hurt me. But I'm so thankful for every one of them. I'm thankful for my marriages that didn't work, my two that didn't work. I'm thankful for the pastors that broke my heart. I'm thankful for the bosses that didn't see me. I'm thankful because they taught me a lot. They taught me not to be them. I know women right now that have millions of followers and they're driving Bentleys and Rolls Royces, but they can't keep an employee. They got a huge social media following, but being famous on social media is like being rich in Monopoly money. You can have the biggest house on the planet, but if you ain't got no friends, it is lonely. Yeah. And so as we get off of here tonight, because I said I only want to be an hour, number one was, y'all know we wrote down the $100,000. We broke it down. That's $8,333 a month. That's $2,083 per week. That's $297 per day. I couldn't even buy cheese with my credit 11 years ago. And I'm the first millionaire in my family. And I'm not on salary at our church. I do it through my books. Special ed, I still don't know where commas go. And I've written 6 bestsellers. Why? Because of this. Because of my heart. Yo, I walked into a place today with Mimi, and the nurses were being so ugly. They were cold, and I was getting frustrated because Mimi was in so much pain. And I just preached yesterday and this morning on our lives to write down every time you wanted to roll your eyes. Write down what made you do that, because you have to get to the bottom of why you are reacting the way you're reacting. And I heard the Lord say, practice what you preach. And y'all, I became so, I oozed. I was like, thank you, baby. Thank you, beautiful. Every nurse that came in, do you know by the time we walked out, they were pushing Mimi in her wheelchair out to that car. Do you know how we walked in? They give me a wheelchair to pull Mimi out of that car. You have the power. Every single one of you on this with me tonight. You are not on here by accident. You are not on here because you don't have a purpose. You're not on here because you don't know what your purpose is. You're not on here because you need to figure out how to find your business so you ain't struggling as a single parent. No, this is how you get started right here. If God gave you the desire to do something more with your life, it all starts right here. And it's asking God every day, Lord, give me wisdom and understanding. Y'all, this is what keeps your marriages together. This is what brings husbands and wives into your life. This is what gets your grown kids to love you. It's not doing others as they've done to you. It's not hating those seasons that broke you. It's learning from those seasons what not to become. That's how come I became the first millionaire in my family. And you know what? I have an incredible staff. I pay 17 staff members. Me. Their families ride on my back. In a pandemic, when everybody was getting those PPP or whatever loans, I asked God, can I go after it? And God said, no, you don't need it. And I said, but God, I just took this church over and they're closing our buildings down. And he said, you don't need it. Stop taking stuff you don't need. He said, trust me. Faith is not faith when you see it. Faith is acting like I've already done it before you see it. And in that pandemic, y'all, we paid our building off. My daddy's business, his building. I started 3 businesses in the pandemic. I was preaching in Nigeria at 3 o'clock, in Africa at 4 o'clock, and they were sending me $4,000 just to speak on a Zoom. And all that time, God was saying, because I wanted to show you what was possible with your yes. And you know what it taught me? That when I don't have loans or I don't have support, y'all, when I wrote my first book, nobody in my daddy's church bought my book. Nobody shared it on their news feeds. What if I wouldn't have written another book because of that? But you know what I did? I wrote another book 7 months later. And I self-published it. And you know what God did? $30,000. That book went on the Explore page. Why? Because I was putting it up every hour on my social pages. $30,000 was pre-sale. I went from $13 an hour because I was yes to a book that everybody laughed at. Everybody was like, why would you write a book? Ain't nobody care about your story. You did all that. You chose those relationships. You had a nasty attitude. Who's going to hear your story? The people that were familiar to me. And I heard the Lord say, I will send complete strangers to support your ministry, your books, your businesses. And I don't want nobody else to give anything to you because I want to be the one getting the glory for your story. And that's what God is saying to all of you today. There's something locked up on the inside of you that the world needs. And if you don't know what that is, your homework for the next 6-7 days is to start finding what gets your motor going. There's nothing stupid. There's nothing too dumb. There's nothing too small. All you need is belief in God and belief in yourself. So what did we learn tonight? You've got to get your social media pages going. You got to start working them. Y'all need to get a website. Go to YouTube University or hire my marketing people. I've got all the resources. Now here's what we're going to do. We're starting. Secret number one was revolutionary low-cost marketing tactics. We got that. Secret number 2 was mastering the art of sale. And listen to this. Number 2, mastering. Thank you, Janice. Mastering the art of the sale. Listen, here's the content. Write this down real quick. Active listening. Y'all start listening. Listening is a gift. You've got to learn how to listen, not to listen to respond, but listen. Allow clients to explain their issues without you getting offended. Number 2, ask open-ended questions. Number 3, be authentic. Don't try to do it like that influencer. Do it like you. Lead with a plan. Start the conversation with clear intent to help you get your buyers' expectations out early. Y'all, and in your businesses, if you can't get their product to them in 7 days, take it off your website. Tell them it's going to take 3 weeks and then get it to them in a week. Always, people don't mind if you communicate. Communication kills assumption. And then always encourage feedback. And always fake it till you make it. Faith it till you make it. All right? So y'all listen. We're starting the micro mentorship, which is a lot of what I was going over tonight. It's going to be intense 90-day masterclass. I will be on live, just like I am right now. It will not be pre-recorded. I'll be bringing some of my team on here to help you. The kid that I call them kids because I'm 51 now. We can do that. That were on my podcast. If you did not hear my podcast from this week, I had my marketing team on there giving some of the greatest advice. All right? I'll have some of them on some. I mean, we're going to be holding your hand, basically. So the micro mentorship program offer, it is a 90-day mentorship, right? It is, let me go to it. It is week 1 of the micro mentorship. Week 1, we're going to be kickoff and foundations will be the week 1. It's going to be August the 6th on a Tuesday. We will be making goals for you. We will be setting your intentions, setting personal and business goals, creating a vision board for you. And then you will also have an assignment. Your assignment will be to write a personal business plan. And I'm going to help you do all of this for short-term goals and long-term goals. I'm going to help you. I know this is Chinese to some of y'all. Week 2, we will be identifying your audience. Identifying your audience. All right? We'll be finding your audience by understanding your market, your target market. That your assignment that week is going to be to develop detailed customer personas. Week 3 is going to be crafting your offer. Designing irresistible offers. Understanding value propositions. Y'all know how y'all go to college and you don't miss your class because you won't graduate if you do? That's how important these 90 days are that you give me on Tuesday nights. I can't make you a millionaire if y'all ain't giving me all of you. We're going to be crafting your offer. Meeting, that meeting date will be July 15th. August 15th. No. We start the first Tuesday of August. You'll be getting emails. Week 3 would be crafting your offer. Week 4 is messaging and storytelling. Developing content strategy, types of contents. We'll be teaching you social media, blogs, videos. Your assignment that week is going to be create a 30-day content calendar with topics. I'm going to help y'all with all of this. My team's going to help you. Then we're going to be doing a team building if we need to that night. All right? Week 7 is going to be lead generation strategies, which is techniques for attracting people. All right? Using lead magnets. So August the 6th is when it starts. First Tuesday of August. 7 p.m. Valerie's on here giving it. Then week 7 is lead generation strategies. Week 8 is going to be Facebook ads and paid advertising. So y'all aren't wasting your money. All right. We're going to be talking about how to set up, how to run ads, understanding ad metrics. Your assignment for that week is to create and launch a Facebook ad campaign. It's going to be so good. Your assignment that week is to plan and okay. Then week 9 is going to be referrals and networking. Referrals and networking. All right. It's going to be August 26th. You're going to be building a referral network. I'm even going to have Angelo on here. Because y'all know Angelo comes up with the greatest ideas. Angelo's a marketing genius too. Then week 10 is going to be sales techniques. So y'all see how we went through everything tonight in an hour? You're going to get 90 days of this. Week 11 is going to be business systems. We're going to be teaching you how to do CRM, website, or optimization, how to get your have no business and no social media. Ava, we got to get you moving, girl. We're going to be teaching you how to get calendar management. Your assignment that week is we're going to be helping you set up a CRM system and streamlining your business process. Yo, I didn't have all this. I had to learn all this. Week 12 is going to be financial management. All right, financial management. CPAs, we're going to be talking about CPAs. We're going to be talking about managing your financials, all that stuff. Your assignment is going to be to consult a CPA. All right? We all need to give you an offering tonight, Melissa. Then we're gonna I'm gonna be we're gonna do an ongoing challenge. All right. So is motivation accountability. We're gonna be card deck examples. Like it's gonna be absolutely so insightful. So is one of my team members on here real quick to answer any questions? Y'all have any questions? Y'all have any questions?
Yes, we're here.
There's Ramaya right there. So Ramaya, talk about this right here. Talk about this real quick.
About the micro mentorship?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's really a full 90-day program that's going to give you everything that you need to, if you already have a business, to grow your business and put some systems in place and get your marketing in place. And if you don't have a business, we're going to help you to get your offers together so that you can have your business and show you how to market it and show you how to make money. Our goal, if you're brand new, is to help you make your first $1,000. If you're already rolling, you're already making money, then we're going to show you how to get to 3K, 5K, 10K months. And some of you guys may be even
how
beyond
fun!
It's just a scaling process.
Can y'all hear him talking? Our goal is to get $1,000. Y'all gonna be killing it. Thank you, Kathy Gibson. So go ahead, Ramaya, keep going.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. That's the thing. So I mean, you guys have already heard Pastor Kim give y'all all these gems tonight. That was just a scratch of the iceberg. We're gonna be breaking down exactly step by step what to do to get your offers together, to understand your audience, to do your marketing, to generate leads, to bring people and attract people. Just like events like this, we're going to show you how to do these things for yourself, to bring people into Zoom rooms and virtual events so that you can give them tons of value and then offer them something that can help them, right? We're going to make sure that your offers help people, not just have fluff and a bunch of junk, because we don't believe in that over here, but you're going to have some good stuff and you have the best of the best.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think they're dropping a link. You guys want to make sure you go ahead and secure your spots.
It starts, y'all. We're going to be partying in August. Thank you, Crystal. So basically, y'all can go join. They're putting links down for y'all to go join the micro mentorship, or you can go to realtalkkim.com/mm. Gina, I can help you with t-shirt suppliers. I can help you with all that. Like, y'all, my masterminds. So my masterminds are my one-on-one coaching, and my masterminds, I'm talking, we've got life coaches, we've got several life coaches, we've got some ministers, we've got several business owners, people starting their businesses. Can they do this if they live in Canada?
Yes.
Yes. So what if they aren't on with me live? Can they watch the replay?
There will be replays.
There will be replays
of everything.
Perfect. And so y'all listen, I don't know what I'm selling. Liz, we will, the first class, start talking about what excites you, right? There's so many people that wanted to do my masterminds, but they couldn't afford it. So this is when we did the micro mentorship. Like, I've got levels for y'all, right? I got a tiny home used as an Airbnb. Yes. Like, I'm telling y'all, just excellent. Thank you. So go to realtalkkim.com. Is that realtalkkim.com/mm, Val?
Is go.realtalkkim.com/mm, or if they go to realtalkkim.com,
Yeah, go to realtalkkim.com.
There's a link, there's a flyer on your website.
Yeah. I got people that are making
the link
candles.
again as well.
What'd you say?
I posted the link again as well.
Okay, good.
And people are asking about the price.
Absolutely.
It's basically it's $9.99, but you can do multiple payments.
But you can
have to
afterpay.
have your first payment in by July 31st.
Yeah, you can do
to
afterpay.
get in.
My fear kicked in. I want to do it, but that's my last. I know it. Fear's gonna kick in. Y'all listen to me. I told my assistant this, because I got all my staff got extra income. Like, I'm telling y'all something. I don't want my staff just. I want them to be wealth builders. And so I told them, no, this is just a 90-day, Robin. This is a 90-day masterclass. I told my staff, and Val was like, I'm scared to death. I said, me and Angelo were like, you need to go get your LLC, get your website up. You do it scared. If you are not scared, you're not dreaming big enough. You're not. If you're not nervous, you're not dreaming big enough. What if I want to sell wine? Praise the Lord. Then Angelo will find some places for you to get into some place, to some football events, or, I mean, y'all, you got to have the right people on your team that can help open doors. It's all in relationships too. Yes, you can separate your payments. Yep, you can pay in increments. That's okay, Marie Staley. That's okay. Y'all, and I'm even in my masterminds, like, I've started where I'm even teaching how to publicly speak, how to be a public speaker. But y'all, listen, if you're not investing, it's my one-on-one coaching, Karen. If you're not investing in yourself, if you're not investing in your future, you're not going to go anywhere. Like, you're just going to keep working for other people, which is fine. It's 4, Keisha. Yes, Maurice, I will. What if I sell with an MLM? Can I join? Absolutely. Absolutely you can. But y'all, listen to me. I'm teaching you ethics, I'm teaching you character, and I'm teaching you how to start. You got to start somewhere. And I had no money when I started. You just got to start somewhere. You know what I stopped doing? I stopped buying these. I stopped going to the dollar store. I stopped wasting money. I stopped buying Shein clothes, and I started investing in me. And I'm so thankful I did, because now I am leaving a legacy for my family. All right. So is this good? Did y'all get anything out of this tonight? Did y'all get anything out of this? Does anybody have any questions? If you do, just lift up your hand and then we're going to get off here. I've had fun with y'all tonight. Yo, I love talking business. What about selling life insurance and annuities? Have a website, but no responses. Can you help? Yes. They are. Miss Boyd, I got the best moderators on the planet. The best staff. I'm sharing all this with y'all. Thank y'all to my moderators that jumped on here, my staff. I love you guys. Does anybody have any questions? Y'all are good? Yes, that's it, Beverly. I sure do love y'all. This will be left up on my YouTube, on Facebook. You go back and watch it again. I shoved a lot of information in tonight, but it will be broken way down the more we talk. But really, in reality, if you took notes tonight, all you got to do is take those notes and begin to Google and ask, what does this even mean? You know what I'm saying? Or link arms with somebody that's got the oil. Yes, you can watch the replay. So y'all, I'm going to pray y'all out. Are you ready for this? Are y'all glad you joined? I'm so thankful you joined. I love y'all. Y'all going to be millionaires, billionaires, multimillionaires. The wealth of the wicked is stored up for us. You know what I'm saying? Stacy, I'm so honored to be your spiritual mama. I'm going to teach y'all how to ignore haters. I'm going to teach y'all how to do lives with people coming underneath saying stuff about you and you not getting sidetracked. Because the enemy comes to steal, kill, and destroy. And what you carry is so great, the enemy sends his little demons up in all these lives to show their tails. And you just going to just keep on talking. Right? What's a good platform to start a website on for beginners? I mean, Wix, W-I-X. It's easy. Or if you got a lot of money, I got people that'll build them. Yep, I got my team. I'll share. If you want to write a book, I've got that too. I got a team that does that. All right. So if you want to get up and get out of this, thank you, Katrina. Y'all, I still am laughing at the fact that Angela was snoring. He does not snore like that in our bed. I would have died. Can y'all imagine getting married and your first night of sleep, all of a sudden you're here. Can you imagine the horror? Oh, I'm just kidding. I would just be over there laying hands on his nosing and his breathing. I'd be like, Lord, heal his breathing in the name of Jesus. I'd be putting oil on his nostrils every night. Y'all, I love you guys. Y'all, in this micro mentorship, I am telling y'all something. I'm gonna teach you how to do Zooms. Like, we're gonna teach y'all how to get yourselves out there. Because some of you ain't. He was sleeping real good. I know, y'all, I'll wear him out. Y'all gotta remember. I can't wait for you to start tithing with your $1 million. Someone said, I can't wait to start tithing to you with my $1 million. I can't wait. That's why I'm trying to get all y'all rich. I'm trying to get y'all rich so y'all can pay bigger tithe. I'm just kidding. But I am. I want y'all to owe the biggest tax bill of your life next year. Because the more taxes you owe, the more money you made. I want all of y'all to be like, dang, I'm writing a $400,000 tax check out. And you're just writing it out with ease because you got so many zeros in that bank account. I want y'all to be holy, healthy, and rich. Yep, that's what I want. Holy, healthy, and rich. Righteous, rich, and what's a word for our word for health? And relevant. I got to think of a word R for healthy. I got to get off. Y'all, listen to me. I'm leaving on a cruise tomorrow to preach on a cruise, and I've not packed one thing because I was being a great daughter and helping Mimi. I was helping Mimi. So, Lord, I just thank you right now for your blessing. I thank you right now, Lord, that you are more than enough. I pray as I'm pushing my hands out to this group that, God, some of them are on here right now and literally are like, man, I want to do this, but this is so far out of, I don't even have this. I don't even have even $10 to my name, and I want to. Lord, I pray right now, Father, that you begin to bless them so much that they can afford everything their heart desires within the next 60 days. I pray, Lord, that they literally are so blessed that they literally are blown away at all that they can do. Give them wisdom, give them understanding, give them peace, and God, make them brilliant. They don't have to have a millionaire in their family to pass down wealth, because they carry the wealth with them spiritually and financially. And so, Lord, I pray all throughout this airwaves, all throughout these devices, on every one of my pages, that God, you give them more than enough. And Lord, everybody that's signing up for the micro mentorship tonight, Father, I pray you give them the funds they need to grow, to invest in themselves. In Jesus' name. Lord, I pray any infirmity, any sickness in their bodies, any depression, any oppression, any rejection. Rejection is the biggest culprit. Despair is the biggest tool of the enemy. Discouragement. I break that off of us tonight in the name of Jesus. It is finished, and healing is our virtue. God, thank you for trusting us in every area of our lives. I pray over my single parents on here, God. My single parents, I know what it's like to be a single parent. And Lord, I pray over my single parents. I pray over them right now, God, that you would give them strength. God, give them the wherewithal to realize that they're not stuck in this season, that this was just a season and not a sentence. And that, God, you open doors that no man can shut. And Lord, I pray for my married couples, that their marriages are strong. I pray for my singles, that God, they are waiting on the right spouse, that we're not settling. Lord, I pray that you begin to expose things that need to be exposed, that's holding us back. This week, do it, Lord. In Jesus' name, amen. I pray abundance of blessings over you guys. This is a stretching season for y'all. And this is a season where you're going to do it scared. All right? And I'm going to help you. I'm going to help you. I'll see y'all in the morning for 8 a.m. prayer call. Make sure you set your alarms. Y'all, thank y'all for being on here with me. I love you guys so much. I'm hugging you. Hugging you right now. I'm hugging you right now. Love y'all tons. I hope y'all wrote notes so you can go back and process. All right? I love y'all. Talk to you in the morning. Bye.